Hey, I'm Dr. Lindsay Bullen, DVM, and I am a veterinarian. And today, we are going to be talking about why your pet may not be eating and the checklist that you should go through to make sure that they are going to be okay. So sometimes we think that our dogs and cats are going to eat as much as we give them, but oftentimes they will just graze throughout the day. They won't clean their bowl completely, so it's important to make sure that there is food available to them. It's especially important for cats. Sometimes we think that cats will drink water from the sink when you're running it, but oftentimes they would rather have still water. So make sure you have multiple places around the house that your cat has access to clean, still drinking water. Also, you want to make sure that the food isn't old or bad, so it could be that there's another animal in the house that is bothering them while they are trying to eat, or it could be that there's loud noises happening around the house. If your dog or cat has had surgery recently, they might not have the energy or the appetite to be able to eat. We can see this in dogs and cats, but it's particularly common in cats. That could lead to a decrease in appetite. Try to take a look at your cat's mouth and make sure that there is no obvious sign of pain. If your pet ate something that they weren't supposed to, that could cause vomiting and a decreased appetite, so watch for those things. Watch to see if your dog or cat is vomiting after they eat. Sometimes we'll see that they'll eat a little bit and then they'll start to vomit. For some pets, it could be that they just don't like the taste of the medication, and therefore, they are not eating it. Make sure that you are offering your pet high-value treats or their favorite food. And if that continues to happen, then they will stop eating because they feel sick. You can also add low-sodium chicken broth or water to their food to make it more palatable. If you have a senior pet, it could be that they are not eating because their sense of smell is not what it used to be. So you can try warming the food up a little bit or adding some sort of broth to make it smell stronger. And if you notice anything abnormal, please get your cat into the vet as soon as possible. It could be something serious, and you do not want to wait any longer than you have to. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified every time we post a new video. I'll see you next time. Cats will often hide when they have dental pain, and so you may not see them stop eating. But it could be that they're re-hiding because they are having pain when they chew on their food. If you look in your cat's mouth and you see that there is red or swollen gums, bad breath, broken or missing teeth, or plaque and tartar buildup, there is a good chance that your cat is having dental pain, and that is why they are not eating. Liver disease, kidney disease, hyperthyroidism, diabetes, and cancer can all cause an increased appetite. So if your dog or cat is eating more than usual, that is something to talk to your vet about. Or if they are just not feeling well, they might not have the appetite to be able to eat. Any sort of GI upset can cause a decreased appetite. Try to keep it really quiet, especially for the first few meals. Dogs and cats both need a certain amount of exercise to stay happy and healthy. And if they are not getting that exercise, it could be that they are just not hungry enough to eat. So make sure that you are getting your dog outside for walks and playtime. And even for cats, make sure that you are engaging with them, playing with them, and making sure that they are getting the enrichment and exercise that they need to stay healthy and happy. And try to make sure that there is a place that they feel safe and comfortable to be able to eat. Grass often makes dogs vomit, and therefore they are going to feel full, and they are not going to want to eat as much. So if you notice that your dog is eating more grass than usual, or bringing more grass up than usual, it could be that they are not eating their food because they are getting full from the grass. So you don't want to leave food out there where it's gone bad. Maybe it was sitting out over the weekend. And also for puppies and kittens, you want to make sure that the food is the right temperature. This is usually pretty temporary, but it could last anywhere from 1 to 7 days. So just make sure that you are continuing to offer them food and water during this time. Stress can definitely cause a decreased appetite. Anytime you bring home a new pet, when you move or if you go out of town, anytime you have people over, any of those stressors can cause your pet's appetite to decrease. So try to keep the environment nice and calm. If you have recently switched their food or maybe you're giving them a different type of food, it might be that they are just not used to it yet. Or it might be that they do and like the flavor. Make sure you try warming it up a little bit. Usually you can just put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Make sure that it is safe and warm before you give it to them. If your pet is not eating, then this can be very serious. So if you have a puppy or a kitten, if your dog or cat is pregnant, or if they have any underlying health conditions, please get them into the vet as soon as possible. It could be something serious, and you do not want to wait 24 hours if at all possible. You want to get them into the vet sooner rather than later. But for other pets who are otherwise healthy, let us go through some of these things so that you can be sure that your pet is going to be okay. The first thing is that we want to make sure that there is food available to your pet. For cats, if you have an older cat, it could be that they are unfeeling well enough to get up on their food and water bowls. Or maybe if you have a long-haired cat, it could be that they are matted and they couldn't get up on their food and water bowls. Check to make sure that your cat can get up on their food and water bowls and that they have access to them. It could even be that they don't like the location of their food and water bowls. Sometimes moving those around the house can help. Make sure that your pet has access to clean water at all times. You want to make sure that your pet has access to a quiet place to eat and that there's no stressors in their environment. Sometimes it could be that your dog or cat doesn't like the type of food that you are giving them, especially if you have recently switched their food or maybe you're experimenting with something new. Anesthesia can cause a decreased appetite. If your dog is outside most of the day, it could be that they are eating grass and therefore they are not eating their food as much. Dental pain is one of the most common reasons that pets stop eating. If your cat is an upper tooth resourcer, it could be that they are not chewing on the back teeth, and so those back teeth could start to hurt. If your pet is vomiting or has recently vomited, it could be that they are not eating because they don't feel well. You want to make sure that your pet is getting enough exercise. It could be that your dog or cat just needs to be more active and have more enrichment in their life. If your dog or cat has recently gotten a new diagnosis, it could be that they are not eating because they are stressed or worried about that diagnosis. If your pet is not eating, it could be that they are bored with their food. So experiment with different flavors, textures, and types of food. If your dog or cat stops eating for 24 hours, please get them into the vet as soon as possible. I hope that this video helps you figure out why your pet may not be eating.